Happy Friday! Hello, everyone. We have a visitor today. I have my son's dog that I'm watching for a few days, and she is not used to me talking to myself. Hi, Gwen. Hey, Bonnie. How are you? So I'm talking, and she's like, "Who are you talking to?" Which is pretty funny. How is everybody? Say hello when you jump on. Hey, guys. I have been busy. Hey, Deb. How about you? I cannot believe it's Friday. I cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. I just can't believe it. I have been like busy every day. Hey, Vincetta. All you guys popping up. I swear I've either just dropped something in the mail to you or have like responded to a message. Welcome. Happy Friday. Come on in. Come on in. Well, hello, Susie. Yep. Hashtag gather. I gotta explain it though. You know what? It is, well, first of all, I think it's going to be 90 degrees again today. It's actually a beautiful day here too. But I will tell you something. The flies, something has happened because we leave our doors open all the time for the dogs to run in and out. But like I can't because there's like these gigantic, I have never seen flies so big in my life. They are like on steroids, like crazy flies. And usually, again, this isn't my house. I think it's only we're only gonna be here maybe 2 more months. Although I need to tell you what just happened. You guys will believe this because of everything we've been through. But anyways, I don't keep screens in my windows. I just don't like the way it looks. I do keep them in my bedroom windows. So I like open the windows and like I never had problems with like flies, but for whatever reason, and it's not like it's gotten cold and it's gotten hot. I don't know what it is, guys, but there are like flies coming out of the woodwork. They have to break down a wall that they put up in the new house. Guys, you wouldn't even believe this. Actually, you will. Everyone who has been playing along with me. But first, let's get started. If you're watching for the first time, I'm Patty. I'm a designer with Truckature. I love what I do. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. Today's keyword is hashtag gather. You have to put the hashtag, folks. Hashtag gather. Let me explain it just a little bit because we've got a lot going on, but it's actually going to be little when we're done. The card link I put together, I did not add any paste color because I have lots of paste here. I'm not quite sure which ones I'm going to use until I get in it. And I know a lot of you have already bought the oranges and the greens and everything like that. So what we do here today, you can probably find paste that you already have. And if you don't have any paste, if you're a newbie, go through, when you get to my website, just look under paste and see all the beautiful fall colors. We do have a fall festival palette pack, which is beautiful fall colors. You've got greens, oranges, I think there's pomegranate in there, gold, camel. So if you just want to try some fall colors, that festival fall pack is awesome. But we're probably going to be using pumpkin, rust, some greens, maybe some gold shiver. So if you have any questions, just message me and I can direct you to the right place, okay? So in the cart link, I did not add paste colors because then it would have been like, what is she talking about? So I wanted to explain that a little bit. in order to do today's project, you will need the 3-piece block set, okay? And I am going old school, guys. You all know this is one of my favorite transfers. It came out in last year. They still have it. You know how often I have used this. I have used this for customer tablescapes. We built a fall greenery box last year. We did some chalk signs with it, but my favorite is to put it on something smaller and just using the words. So we're going to do that today. If you do not have the Gather transfer, I highly recommend you adding it into your inventory, okay? Believe it or not, I really just wanted to do a project with the 11-inch block, but because we have 3, and I thought maybe we could do like a little trilogy maybe. So I was thinking, what could we do on the smaller blocks? So I did go ahead and I put the autumn tiered tray patterns with the cutouts, okay? So you may just like what we're doing with Gather, you might like what we're just doing with the cutouts, or you might like the whole project. So you can either get the entire cart link or just bits and pieces. Remember, you can add to or delete from this cart. Make it your own, okay? That's the beauty of the cart links. A lot of you already have this stuff, so just delete it right from the cart link, okay? All right, thank you, Gwen. The other thing I wanted to show you before we started, somebody asked if I would show it. I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before. Well, Monday we did our monthly craft along. I hope you all enjoyed that. Show me some hearts if you liked that project. I loved it. I loved that white ribbon. Right, Deb? So we did that project, and that was a big transfer. Thank you, guys. But I needed to show you how easy it was to use, right? So now, hey Cheryl, so now I wanted to show you if you wanted to break it down, because I will be honest with you, if I'm going to decorate for New Year's, which I usually don't, but I do have 1 or 2 things out for New Year's. I really do. I don't want it to say Merry Christmas. I want my Christmas to go. I want my New Year's there, and then be done with it. So that big transfer, you all know, said Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We did that whole. Okay. So then we broke it down on this is a 12 by 18. Let me just kind of explain that too. This frame is bigger than a 12 by 18. The inside measurements are 12 by 18, okay? Somebody had said they decorate in all greens. Somebody said they decorate in blues and silvers. So I did want to show you what it looked like in the green and just with the Merry Christmas. Guys, I love this. I absolutely love this, okay? The one thing that I did do, hi Sylvia from Idaho, welcome. All right, so what I did do and what I probably haven't shown in the past is, now this is the back side so it looks ugly, but I used the bottom half of the transfer to do the Happy New Year part. So when Christmas is over, this is how easy this is. I'm just going to open this up. It has the pegs, right? The push pins or whatever you call these things. Okay? So I'm just going to pop that out and then put this in the front. So this right here is the insert that came with the frame. This right here is the chalkboard that came with the frame. Pretty genius, right? But something with this, something about this I absolutely love. And then, of course, because I only want something that says Happy New Year for New Year, I love, love, love this design. And it does look bad. I posted a picture so you can see what it looks like on the front of the frame. So I just wanted to show you that there were other options to use that transfer. Okay, some really good options. That is one of our biggest seller frames. You know, it kind of goes in and out of stock all the time. It's a 12 by 18. It is the Aiden. I might have said Sylvie before, I'm sorry. It's our Aiden board. And let me just make sure, because before when I posted it yesterday, we still had them. Let me just make sure before everybody starts looking at the wrong thing. But I wanted to make sure you knew it was a 12 by 18 frame, okay? All right, let me just make sure they're still there. And the 12 by 18 Aidens are still in stock. So that is the 12 by 18 Aiden. They are still in stock. They are a magnetic porcelain board. Beautiful. It's a beautiful board. So anyways, I hope you like the look of the other two designs, okay? Hey Nikki, welcome. You do need to do the hashtag before gather. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's get going, guys. So I'm going to put this aside. And we are going to do a little bit of Mod Podge. So let's go ahead and I already did the big one so it would dry. Believe it or not, this is the rust color. Okay. And we're going to sand it a little just to tone down the brightness a little, okay? So that's the rust color. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the smaller block, okay? That way that will dry. And then we're going to do a little bit of Mod Podge. So, any questions? So is that the front and back or two? It's the same board. So when we're done with the Merry Christmas, see, it has these push pins, whatever these clips are called, right? So you just pop them, and then you'll be able to put this in the front. I did post a video in the VIP lounge, okay? So you can watch the video and see how I did that. All right, guys. We are going to use rust on this one as well. And when we paste paint, we definitely want to wet our surface. That is going to let us paint the paste on a lot easier. It'll just glide on. Yep, it is just one frame, and then you can change out the design. I'm not worried about being very neat with this. We will probably sand this down a little bit as well. We're only going to use one side, but I will go ahead and paint both sides. Because this is probably going to be a shelf sitter, this actually would look nice on a tablescape. Just don't know where you're going to put it, so you want to make sure the back is done too. Hey, Dory. How's New Hampshire? Is it cold yet? Right, so this is the smallest of the 3 blocks. We'll probably make some snowmen out of these blocks too. And for everyone who has purchased those wooden trees, I told you we were going to be doing a project and to get them before they went out of stock. Because remember, they had the big wooden cutout promotion and everybody was just buying all kinds of wooden cutouts. We're probably going to do that project next week sometime. All right, so I'm just going to do this and I'm just going to let it dry. So this is, the rust color definitely is a little bit darker than, orange peel is a little bright for me, but pumpkin pie, if anybody has that in their inventory. Love rust. If you don't have rust, you're going to want to get rust. I just think it's one of those colors that you'll use even in the summertime. It's about 60. 60 in New Hampshire is pretty. All right, let's let this dry. I will actually move this over here. Just see. And let's go ahead and do some Mod Podge. And again, you don't have to, that's a lot of Mod Podge for this little block. You don't have to use all 3 blocks for this. You can use the large one with the gather and then keep the 2 aside for something else. We're probably going to be making some snowmen with these blocks. So you will use them if you don't use them with the gather. Here it is. I pinned it up top. Here you go, Vicki. There you go. All right, let's get some decoupaging done. So this is going to be a napkin today. I was trying to find some really pretty paper, but there may be a kit. And I did have some pretty napkins that definitely went with this, so. Now, if you wanted to, you could paste paint the sides in the back of this if you wanted to. You could even decoupage both sides if you wanted to. We'll just do the front right now. I don't know what I was thinking with all that Mod Podge. I still can't believe I have this same jar of Mod Podge. It is like way at the bottom. So like I wouldn't even get a brush down there. All right, so let me tell you what happened with the house. For all of you that are playing along, because isn't it like a game? I actually need to give my husband credit for this. So where we're building is close enough for us to go back and forth as often as we want. Well, welcome. I'm glad that you could join us. I choose not to go out there a lot because you know what it's been like. So my husband came home the other day and he goes, Patti, you know, I actually think I showed you guys a video. So if you walk through my laundry room, I added a door, and then there's like, it's really not called anything, but it's like a carriage garage maybe. There's like, it's covered, and then you go into like it's not a garage, it's actually an All Things Patti storage, but from the outside you would think it was a garage. So the builders had put something in the garage, or in the carriage part of it, and Jeff went out to see what it was, and he actually walked through the laundry room. And we don't go through the laundry room a lot because it's at the back of the house and you would only go into that storage area. So it's not attached to the house. So you open the door from the laundry room, there's like a little covered walkway. And then you'd have to open another door to get into this storage area. And there's going to be like heat and AC in there. And anyways, he went to see what the builders had put in there, like to see what they were going to be doing next. And I know I took out some parchment paper before. Like when he went through, something had caught his eye that wasn't right. Now, I'm the one who's like, okay, this plug doesn't belong here. This is supposed to be a toe kick plug. This is supposed to be this. The mantle is supposed to have this on the side. Like, this is me. Like, every time I go there, there's something. I'm like, nope, yeah, nope, that's not right. No, let's look at the plans, not right. Well, and that's not Jeff. So Jeff walked through and he was like, there's something not right in this laundry room. So in the laundry room, there's going to be your washer and dryer. There's going to be cabinets. There's going to be, you know, floor to ceiling cabinets. There's going to be a tall cabinet, like storage almost. Washer, dryer, refrigerator. So just like, I don't think the washing machine and the dryer are going to be together. This is what Jeff says to me. And I'm like, you are, all right, let me back up too. Jeff has 18 stitches. It's not funny. He has 18 stitches on the top of his eye. So his eye is like swollen and black and blue. And so I said to him, Jeff, are you sure you saw that right? Because what do you mean the washer and dryer aren't going to be together? He's like, Patti, I'm telling you, the vent for the dryer is off on the right side of the wall, and the water line is over near the door, and there's just no way. And I'm like, well, Jeff, maybe they just put the water line there because the refrigerator is going to be in there. Anyways, we're fighting, but I mean, not fighting, but just like, oh, Jeff, you don't even know what you're talking about. So, sure enough, Jeff was out there yesterday, and our builder was there, who I love, the building manager. Love, love, love him. And Jeff says to him, hey, I gotta ask you a question. Patti told me not to say anything, but I gotta ask you a question. Why is the dryer vent on one opposite end of the wall when the washer and dryer should be together? And the builder said, yeah, you noticed that, huh? And Jeff goes, yeah, I noticed it. Jeff came home and told me this, and I was like, there is no way this is happening. Well, so it has something to do with the AC people who there has been an error with them in the past. To make a really, really, really long story short, the way they did our laundry room was going to be washing machine, refrigerator, and dryer. And they thought they could talk me into this. Washing machine, refrigerator, and dryer. What do you all think about that setup? And would any of you have an issue with that? Tell me if you would have an issue with that. I thought I was going to lose my mind. I was like, hell no. No. We have been through so much already with this, and yeah, they don't, right? They don't know me. what set us back a little bit before too was they didn't have access for the AC. Like they didn't do a drop down stairs, and the only place because of the pitch of the roof was to put the drop. So there's two. There's one in the garage to get into that side of the house, AC units, and then they needed another drop down stairs. And so they decided to just like put it in the master closet. So if I ever have issues or just maintenance with our AC units, whatever they need to get upstairs for, you know, not the units themselves that are on the outside of the house, but they now have to go through my closet. So I was just like, the whole refrigerator in the laundry room thing, no, it ain't gonna happen. So I've been on the phone with them, and he's like, yeah, I think, so the builder's like, yeah, I think they just want me to talk you into, I mean, not him, because he knows it's not the right thing. He's like, yeah, I think they just want me to talk you into trying to tell you why that would be a good idea to keep it that way. I'm like, David. And he's like, I know, Patti. I know. And I am telling you right now, it is going to get fixed. And I'm like, I don't even want to know. Like, I don't even want to know what you have to do. I don't care what you need to knock down. It doesn't matter to me. You need to fix that, because that's just not going to work for me. Like, it's not going to work. And so he called me this morning. He said, Patti, I'm here with I know. He's like, it is high. Yes. I know. This is my, Heidi, I'll take a picture and show you guys. It's in the front of the closet. I'll take a picture of it. But wait a minute. You have to go through the master bedroom, through the master bathroom to get to the closet. So it's not just like they're in a hallway. So anyways, the builder called me right before I went on, and he was like, I just want to let you know that the AC guy's here, and he confirmed, and blah, 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 and I know you and Jeff are probably going to be out here this weekend, and I just need to let you know that the place is going to be a mess. We got to tear down the wall, the AC's got to be moved, and the piping, and this and that, and I'm like, all right, so the washer and dryer will be together, right? And he goes, yes, Patti, the washer and dryer. And I was like, I don't care then. I don't care how it's going to get. I don't care what you do. I don't want to hear it. Just do it. Just do it. Please just, like, do the job. And not him. The builder is awesome. It's like everybody else. And he's, like, fixing everybody's mistakes, which is... like, I feel bad for him. It's like... all right, guys. I am going to tone this down just a little bit, okay? And because I did this, I took out my ink just in case we're going to distress. I don't think we're going to, because wait till you see the topper, and there might be a kit. There's golds in it, so I don't think I really want to bring it down by distressing it, but we'll figure all that out. I'm going to keep this piece just a little bit darker than that piece too. No kidding. I mean, and the thing is, because again, for everybody who's been playing along, I designed this house back in I finished designing it in December of 2020. November, December of 2020. So there's a lot of things that I have forgotten. Like, I can guarantee you there's a plug missing, there's things missing, and I just don't remember. I just don't remember. But you can't tell me that when workers are building something like this, they don't realize that that's a mistake. So what happened was, whoever put the pipings down in the wall did it wrong. And then everybody else just built around it. Now, in all fairness to everybody else, then it's not their responsibility to check other people. Like, the plumber isn't checking the AC people's work. The AC people aren't checking the electrician's work. Like, they're not checking each other's work. They're just doing what... But that's not even how it is on the prints, guys. So, that's what I have issues with. It's not, I mean, that's not even the way it was drawn up. So, it's like people are just like wanting to work and get out and go to the next job. It's like, I'm like, oh, come on back. They're wasting more time coming back. It's like crazy though. All right. Now we have our 3 blocks. So technically these blocks kind of go like this, but we are not doing that. Okay? So here are our 3 blocks. But this is not what it's going to look like. That's not what it's going to look like. Let me pick that one up. Good thing it's not wet paint. All right, let's start pasting all this together. So the first thing we're going to do is the cutouts, okay? I told you there is going to be a kit. If you are one of my Club Couture members, you will have access first. So, in the kit is going to be some copper penny glitter. So the first thing I want to do is I think we're just going to paste, let's paste the bottom first because I want to put glitter on the top, okay? I'm just going to put this here so I don't paste it by accident. All right, so here's the little acorn. And right now we're just going to do the bottom, okay? And I think I'm going to do this, some brown and some shimmer gold. Like I said, I took a lot of these pastes out and I'm not really sure which ones I want to use. Hey Dory, so thank you for asking. My mom and dad are still pretty much in shock. They are, thankfully, my brother was able to get them, drive them down to, my sister lives in Tiverton, Rhode Island. And so he was able to get them there, and you know, they got to get checked out. Obviously my dad had some pretty significant cuts from when you know, all the water came rushing in, but the good news is my sister's a nurse, so it is, you know, one person who can see to it that they get the attention, the medical attention that they need. It's definitely my sister Jackie. And it's just very gracious of Jackie and my brother-in-law. I mean, of course they would do it. Offer up their home. But my parents are still pretty much in a state of shock that, one, they went through this, two, that they lived through it. And it's just going to take a while. I mean, when you hear of people losing everything, they lost everything, including their vehicles. I mean, they literally left with the soaking wet clothes they had on, and that's it. So they are starting over. Wow, that was really off, Patty. They are starting over at, you know, not an easy age to start over. I need to stop talking. but they have a roof over their heads. They have, you know, they'll never be hungry. If you know my sister and my brother-in-law, they'll just keep feeding them, feeding them and feeding them. One day at a time, just one day at a time. Well, that looks pretty, Patti. Okay, let me take this tape off so I know we're going to go back. All right, we're going to dry this because we are going to put glitter on the top. And I just stuck my finger. Get this. All right, let's dry this. It was, Dana, I mean, it truly is what you see on TV. You know, they got everybody out of the neighborhood. You know, my parents are the ones who always help everybody else, always. And they were able to do that, and they just didn't get out themselves. So, the other sad thing is, you know, my parents are young for their age. You know, they're healthy, or they were. But now, it's funny because all their friends that lost everything too, like nobody has each other's cell phones because they just go walking into each other's houses, or they're always sitting outside. So nobody has each other's phone numbers. And so that's hard too. And my parents are not on social media. Like they don't have a Facebook account or anything like that. So that's kind of tough for them. All right, we're going to throw some glitter on top of this. You want to do that while it's wet. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to use the Bach paste. Now it's going to come through like these white dots almost. These are really cute cutouts, especially, they're technically to be put on like the tiered trays that we're selling. You can do anything with them, but. All right, so while it's wet, we are going to throw our glitter down. And we can be messy with it because remember the bottom half is dry now. And this glitter will come in the kit, okay? All right, so there's that. Now, what we're gonna do, I'm not sure if we're done with this. Let me close it up just in case. Thank you, Dory. I'm going, when am I going? The second week of March, I'll be there. I'm gonna go see them then. All right, what I want to do with this now, or you know what, let's finish these guys. If you are going to use these patterns, make sure they're going the right way. If you were like to put the leaf going this way, the transfer is really not going to fit on perfectly. The same for the pumpkin. So we are going to do this several different color oranges. And maybe add just a little bit of green to it. And remember, you can use these transfers without having to purchase the cutouts. You can use these on chalkboards. You don't have to use the cutouts with them. All right, so I think the stem and the leaf I'm going to do some two-tone. Then we'll do some oranges. So I'm using pumpkin pie, rust, and orange peel. This is an older one. This is not even the new formula. Though I probably haven't used this since last Halloween, y'all. These. I have not used this since last Halloween, for sure. Alright, so we're going to put a little bit do some hot mess. Now, I find it easier. People ask me this all the time. That was a big blob. If you're going to do the hot mess technique, you don't want to take your stir stick and kind of like slide it, because then, like that, because then it kind of just looks like a smudge. So just seriously, kind of just like drop. Little drops. And then just kind of like smush it around. You can use your fingers if you want. And I'm trying not to get the stem. So I kind of just go in a circular motion, and then we'll come back and scrape up all the paste. And I'm not saving this paste because we commingled a few colors together. Okay, let's do the stem with tiny bit, and then we'll do green. Just kind of like give it a little dirty look. Peel up. And if you want, you can throw glitter on this right now. Can you see it? All right, now let's do the leaf. I think the leaf I'm going to throw more greens in because the topper does have some green in it, guys. That's actually very pretty. All right. So let's do the leaf. Now the leaf would be really pretty. I might actually throw some glitter on the leaf too. That might be pretty. All right. Now this is gonna go this way. So see what I mean? You want to make sure that when you put your transfer down, it's going in the right direction. I think with this, I'm gonna do some. I'm looking at the topper. You know, actually, that would be pretty too. I was just looking. I think copper would be really pretty too, like the shimmer copper. I think shimmer copper would be pretty. The paste color. All right, let's do this. Let's throw some gold. Let's do some gold. Tinge those leaves. Let's do some. Hello, Miley. I promise you. Hey, come here. She's a big dog. I promise you, she's like, who are you talking to? Alright, and then let's throw some green down. This will be all green. And if you're watching for the first time, this is called a hot mess technique, where it's pretty much just messy. And I'm going just a little heavier with the green. I might, it depends on when I pull it up, I might throw some it's going to be more orange on that side. Get a little bit more orange. I think I'm going to add just a little more gold. On the corners. And that looks like a leaf that just came off the tree. What do you think? Glitter or no glitter? Glitter or no glitter? That's a pretty color. Maybe just a little light glitter. What do you guys think? A little bit? Maybe just a little. Just to make it sparkle a little bit. All right. So we've got our leaf. Can you see it? I don't want to pick it up yet. Can you see it? All right. Light glitter. Glitter. Why do I even ask, right? All right. So let's go ahead and Where's Terry? Because this is a beautiful font, y'all. And I'm going to push it all the way to the edge because when you see the topper, you'll understand why. Make sure you get those air bubbles out. So it's nice and smooth because we did sand it down a little bit. And I definitely don't have to use wax because of how many times I've used this transfer. Okay, so way off to the side. And we're going to do this in Bach. You know, now that I'm seeing it, pomegranate would be really pretty too. But I'm going to do it all in bark. And just scrape up all that excess. The one good, not that anything that happened to my parents is good, except the one good thing is they are now getting to see great grandchildren that they haven't seen yet, some just recently born, grandchildren that they haven't been able to see in a long time. So that's good. Ta-da! And again, if you wanted to, you could throw glitter down, but I'm not going to on this. All right, and I might do some rub and buff on this. So. Isn't this just so pretty? Just that word. How beautiful is this? All right, let's let this dry. And then we're going to stop putting this together. So what I wanted to do, I think, oh, I'm not done. You know what? Let's finish pasting. All right, the acorn's going to go on this. So this is Pot of Gather. So let me, I think I was going to push this off to the side. And we'll do this one in maybe pesto, because we have brown. We have brown. The acorn's brown. Let's do this in pesto. So this is what I wasn't quite sure which colors I was going to use. And this little vine type piece from the transfer, I have used this with other projects. It's like a great little filler. Ta-da! Here's that. Let's dry this. Hey Stacy, I love that font too. I am telling you, I have used that at least 20, probably 30 times, that one transfer. It's still going strong, but I just love the font on it. I love it, love it, love it. Let's get my hot glue gun. think we're done pasting now. Yep. Good to go. You're funny. You all want that glitter. So, there will be glitter in the kit. Not that it matters, but I think this goes, I don't know. That's so funny. I think I told you all Bach is back in stock. It came back in stock yesterday. Alright, let's put this all together. So look at how pretty. Can you see the sparkle? Super pretty. That's one. And the same for this guy. Can you see the sparkles? Do I need to come closer? I can't tell what you can see. All right, and then this guy. All right. So for this, I wanted not to have glue going all over the place. All right, so I'm kind of going to push this off to the side. I want to 3D. I'm going to 3D the pumpkin. Let me see if I want to 3D this guy. I think we do. I think I'm going to 3D him. So let's just put a little... raise him up a little bit. Okay, that's one. Let me let it dry and then I'll show you. Okay, so now for this, I was going to 3D the pumpkin and kind of have the leaf kind of like flow underneath it a little bit. Like it all comes together with this napkin. It's really pretty. And the pumpkin, the leaf, and the acorn, it has like a distressed effect to it. And let's kind of 3D this one. I'm kind of having it hang off the edges. You can do it so it fits with no overage, but no slippage. I kind of like it when it's over a little bit. don't know if this is hot good enough. All right, so if you can see, so the pumpkin is like 3D-ish to the leaf. Isn't that pretty? Now, the one thing you don't want to do is you don't want it to hang over on the bottom because then you wouldn't be able to put it down, okay? All right, so we have this and we have this. We're not done. All right, so we have these two. All right, now for this, guys, I am in love. So, the kit will be available over on our Club Couture page, okay? Limited quantity, shipping and tax, everything's included in that one price. But you will all, if you get the kit, you will all get this, guys. Look at how pretty these came out. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the ribbon. And it's wired. Is that gorgeous? Okay, so they all look like this. You got some pine cones, some greens, you got your velvet pumpkin, some pomegranate. That's the other thing. If you're going to get the kit, I wanted you to look at the colors because you may want to do like a shimmer copper or something, one of those colors. But the other thing I did was I hot glued a wooden round on the back so it would sit flat, okay? That way it wouldn't be wobbly. So just put a little bit of glue. And then kind of just place this wherever you want. If you can see it. Can you see it? All right, so now this is why I was saying, if you wanted to do, this is the beauty of this project. You can just go with this, right? How pretty is that? And you know, you can take this if you wanted to, the greenery, and you could add some, opposite side, you could add greenery if you wanted to. I love this word so much, I don't play with it. I have added the greenery, but it's been on a bigger tag. But you can add that greenery if you wanted to. All right, so we have this, and then we have these two pieces. And these are all standalones. They can go on your tier trays. They can go on your kitchen counter. They can be fillers. But you can't do this because, oh, let that glue enough. Hold on, guys. You know, you could probably, if you wanted to, let me see. That thing. I don't know if I would. But I guess you could do that. All right, let me turn around. You could probably do both of them. If you're going to do it, you would have to move the leaf on that one because it's sticking in. But if you wanted the two-tier, I mean, you could do this. I kind of like it just on its own, though. But you could do that if you wanted to. But I don't like it like that. All right, what do you think, guys? Do you like it? Show me some hearts if you like it. You guys are so funny with your glitter. I do really like this. All right, so on this one, and you can change this around, but I think those two look really pretty together. And I'll take pictures for you. So for those getting the kit, you will get the topper, you will get the glitter, and you will get the napkin. Okay? Very limited quantity. This actually is really cute. Like if you're looking for tier tray fillers, these are really cute for your tier trays. Adorbs. All right, guys, that's all I have today. I hope you enjoyed it. Updates as far as shipping, everything is, if you ordered transfers, I have those. Some did go out yesterday, but if you ordered transfers yesterday or today, I have those. But Pillar Stand Club embellishments have gone out, kits have gone out, and all other transfers except for today and yesterday have gone out. Okay? All right. I love the topper. I love the topper too. Yeah, so if you're one of my club members, head on over to our page. Okay? All right. Love to all. Have an awesome weekend. I will take pictures of my laundry room wall that they have destroyed and post it. He actually said, Patty, you probably don't want to come by. And I'm like, what would I care at this point? What do I care what a wall looks like? I just want the wall to be right. So, all right, guys. Love to all. Have an awesome weekend. If you need me for anything, just message me. And if you don't see or hear from me this weekend, I will see you Monday. Okay? Bye, everybody.